Good morning, Hosho staff, students, and families. We're ready to start our day. So everybody please stand. Place your hand over your heart. Eyes are on the flag. Bodies are still. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, April 6th. And I'm sorry we didn't get to have announcements yesterday. We had a special visitor who was the Secretary of Education for the state of New Mexico. Dr. Stewart was here to visit, and he had told us on Friday that he wasn't going to be able to make it, and because I was going to do the announcements on Sunday so they would be ready. But then he called and said he was going to come on Monday, so we were not ready to greet him and do announcements. So we have some catching up to do. Mrs. Neff has given us a new selection for this week. Now this composer is a composer that we haven't heard before, Felix Mendelson. Can you say Mendelson? This is Mendelson. And the name of this piece is Spring Song. And it's nice to have a spring song because here we are in the middle of spring. Mendelson was a piano prodigy. He had composed 20 compositions, had them published before he was 16 years old. He was very busy. He was also an athlete and a poet and a painter. He was just well accomplished in lots of different things. And this is, Spring Song is part of an 8-volume series called Songs Without Words. And so this is the selection, Spring Song by Felix Mendelson. Spring Song by Felix Mendelson, right. So we also have a new artist this week. This is an artist we've seen before. This is John William Waterhouse. And we saw him before with Lady of Shalott, and we'll look at that painting again tomorrow, but it was one we looked at maybe last year, the year before, and it's in the hallway. When you walk by, you can see it, but well, I'll show that one to you tomorrow. Mr. Burke has given me a different selection to show you first. So John William Waterhouse was an English painter, British painter, who was born in 1849. And so the first painting I'm going to show you from him is painted in 1886. And there was a period of time that that Waterhouse was a part of. It's called a pre-Raphaelite time. That there were some painters who were sort of rejecting that painting should be about just everything, everyday life, and they wanted to paint about some what they thought of as serious things, and from depicting people from history, from the Bible, from literature, from mythology. And so they're creating these paintings over with subjects that are not just common in everyday life. And one of the paintings he has is called The Magic Circle. This is a painting of a sorceress, and we can tell because she has a cauldron, and there's smoke coming out of this cauldron, and there's some things around like little toads and bats and skulls, and she has a stick and she's drawing some kind of circle. Maybe she's doing some sort of spell. And so this is John William Waterhouse's The Magic Circle. Do you have an image in your mind of what this sorceress looks like? Do you think that she's going to be ugly or beautiful? Let's see, what do you think? This is The Magic Circle by John William Waterhouse. Sort of a spooky image. You can see she's drawing this circle, casting a spell. Sort of reminds me of some Shakespeare imagery. So that is John William Waterhouse, The Magic Circle. And we also have a new poem. And this poem is by an unknown author. And so when we have an unknown author, it is called anonymous, right? Anonymous. And this is also considered a proverb that was quoted quite a bit by Benjamin Franklin. But it's called For Want of a Nail, and it is from the third grade series of poems. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. For want of a horse, the rider was lost. For want of a rider, the battle was lost. For want of a battle, the kingdom was lost. And all for the want of a horseshoe nail. So, what is this poem or this proverb telling us? The want of a nail, the shoe was lost. What does that mean? Somebody needed a nail to keep their shoe together, and so I guess it was a horse's shoe, so if you have a farrier come to fix your horse's shoe, but what happens if you don't have the nail? Then you can't get the shoe on, and if you don't have the shoe, then the horse can't walk, and if the horse can't walk, then the rider couldn't ride, and then the battle was lost, and then the kingdom was lost, and all because they didn't have a teeny tiny little nail for a horse's shoe. What do you think about that? Sometimes that's the way life feels. It feels like the simplest things have the biggest consequences in our life, and it's something for us to think about and put in perspective. We'll talk about it more as we go through the week. Back to our amendments. We've been practicing the Declaration of Independence again, and so now we're back to the Bill of Rights, which are the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution, written by James Madison in 1791. Okay, so our 6th amendment. Say it with me if you know it. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. We saw this 6th Amendment in action here at our school in the trial of the Big Bad Wolf in Miss Temkit's class. So the wolf did enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial, and he did get to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, and he was confronted with the witnesses against him, and he was able to get witnesses in his favor, and he did have the assistance of counsel for his defense. So the wolf did get his 6th Amendment rights in Miss Temkit's trial in her class. So luckily for the Big Bad Wolf. However, it just still did not work out well for him. Sorry to say. All right, 7th Amendment. In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. All right, those are our 6th and 7th Amendment rights, and we're going to be adding 8, 9, and 10 here shortly. Birthdays. We did miss a birthday yesterday. Shay had a birthday. Happy birthday, Shay. And we have 2 birthdays today. Genesis and Camden's having a birthday. I hope you both have a great day today. So for announcements, the report cards did not go home yesterday. They will be in backpacks today, or be mailed out if your student is not here at school, if you're a parent listening to this. We did have a basketball game. I don't have the results yet. I have to go check with Mr. Bollock to see how we did. But I'm just glad that we have a chance to participate in sports here at Hojo. No other announcements, so let's do our student pledge. I will do the good, I will learn the true, and I will love the beautiful. And I hope you have a great day today.